As a 1-1 draw away at Bury, how are you feeling at the end of that one? Disappointment?
Yeah, a little bit of disappointment. We probably didn't play the best we could have, but I feel like away from home, it's been a long journey, and we'll take the point and move on. Definitely, I think. Well, we're still unbeaten. We probably didn't, like I said, we probably didn't play our best, but we've shown that we can still dig in. We can do the other side of the game, and we held on to a point.
It was a real battle out there today, wasn't it? I mean, they were coming at you with pace, with aerial threat.
Yeah.
You had to be alert all the time.
Yeah, last 15 minutes was a bit of a tough one, but that's what we're paid to do as defenders. I think we sat quite deep, but going down to 10 men, it was difficult to keep a high line. But no, I feel like personally we defended pretty well through that spell. We had a lot of crosses, a lot of 1v1s and stuff, and we dealt with them. And it was just a bit unfortunate that the goal happened how it did, and it's a bit lucky, I feel like. But like I said, we can take positives out. We didn't lose. Maybe we would have lost that last season, but we've come away with a point away here at a tough stadium, very good team, and I feel like they'll be up there battling with us this season. So it's in the end, in hindsight, it's a good point.
Like you say, the 90th minute they scored. Did you feel at that moment you'd done enough to see the game out?
I don't think you can think like that. As a defender, the gaffer's always saying you've got to always think of the worst, always think, what if this happens, what if that happens, what if he loses the ball, always be on your toes. So when they equalise and there's 5 minutes left, you're thinking, right, you just give everything. You just can't let them score another one. But no, disappointing. We probably should have seen it out, but I feel like the lads, they gave everything today. I do feel like they gave everything. Going down to 10 men for maybe 20 minutes, it's difficult, and especially when they're pressing on us a lot, and they had a lot of the ball the last 15-20 minutes. I think we dug in, and in the day it could be a very vital point for us.
It's been mentioned a couple of times already this season. Is there a difference between the squad now and the squad last season when it comes to that resilience, when it comes to that digging in nature?
Maybe, yeah. You can see it in the games we've played so far. You can see we've got that attitude where we don't want to concede, and we want to play in the opposition half and make the job easier for me and the other defenders and goalkeeper. But looking forward, we had a very good pre-season. The gaffer worked us really hard, and he has brought in some very, very good players. I feel like that has complemented the players that are already here. And I do feel like as a unit we're a lot more compact, and I feel a lot positive about it. Yeah.
Yourself personally, you've made a great start to this season. Are you pleased with that so far in your own personal displays and man of the match performance today?
End of the day, I always go out there and I try my hardest every day, every training session, every game. I go out there and just give it me all. Sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes it is. All I know is that when I cross that line, I'll give everything. But I feel like the quality of players I'm playing with, the leaders, the experience out there, makes my job a lot easier. Do you know what I mean? When you play with better players, it makes your job a lot easier. Makes you be able to focus on your job and go out there and give it your all.
I suppose what needs to be learnt then from today's performance, taken into Tuesday, another game quickly on the back of this one?
Maybe there's loads of things that we could complain about. We could look at and nitpick, but I feel like what we need to do now is, like I said, we didn't lose. We're still unbeaten. It's still a good start to the season. I feel like we need to go back on Monday, which we will do. Just look at the video, see what we can improve on, what we can build on, because there was positives in the game. I feel like for all the possession and maybe they had in chances, we could have probably won that game. We probably should have won that game. So I feel like come in Monday, positive attitude. I'm sure the lads will, and we'll work hard, even harder, come Tuesday, and hopefully get the result back at our place.
Great stuff. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.